Well, I am privileged to be with you on the very first day of the month, the first day of February 2025, gone with January, and here we are. You now have the chance to begin the year saying that at least you have that ease and burden of January aved away from you. Karibu sana. It is time for TV47 Weekend Edition. We have lots lined up for you in regards to news, but also we'll be getting to that conversation on how best we can get our women, regaining their glory after undergoing the battles and the difficulties of Fistula. Of course, this happening to very many women who continue to suffer in silence. And so we are here tonight to tell you that there is hope. We have very beautiful ladies that will be speaking about their experience with Fistula and just how they managed to overcome, and now they're living a normal life, and therefore you need not to suffer in silence. We await that conversation later on. That is on her say, but now we look at what is in the world of news, and here are the highlights. Tonight, families of individuals who were abducted and some killed in mysterious circumstances are now being denied the opportunity to see their loved ones. This is why Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka is now pointing fingers at the government regarding the cases of people going missing and some being killed. The selection panel for the appointment of commissioners to the Electoral Commission and its chairperson invites applications from individuals interested in job opportunities within the commission. Also tonight, on February 1st, marking 4 months since the launch of the Social Healthcare Authority insurance in October last year, we highlight the experiences of several people to assess its performance.
Kwenda mzee anakatwa SHA kwa kampuni, but kwenda pale naambiwa system iko chini, haifanyi.
Lady Alela is my name. I'll be assisted by Catherine Simaloi on the sign language interpretation. And of course, we get straight to the broadcast, beginning with this very story where 2 of the 4 men who went missing in Mlolongo remain unaccounted for, leaving their families in anguish. That is on Saturday morning. Their relatives arrived at the city mortuary hoping to confirm the worst after authorities summoned them for body identification. However, the families of Steve Mbisi Kavingo and Karani Mwema were left in limbo as they were denied access to the bodies. As Samira Mohammed reports, the families are now growing increasingly anxious, fearing that their loved ones may never be found alive.
Hope is fading quickly for the families of Steve Mbisi and Karani Mwema in their search to find their missing loved ones alive. This is after an incident where both families were asked to come to the city mortuary to look for their relatives, only to be denied entry upon arrival at the facility.
Wakati tuliambiwa watu wamepatikana city mortuary, hatukuwahi fikia kupata wetu Kalani. So tuliambiwa tukuje huku leo, na kufikia sasa mkiangalia huku kote kumefungwa. Hakuna mtu anatushughulikia. Tumekaa hapa kutoka saa 1 na tukijaribu kuuliza tunaulizwa kwa nini tulikuja.
Their trip to morgue only added insult to injury as they were unable to locate their loved ones after being denied the opportunity to identify the bodies, and instead they were told to return on Sunday morning, leaving them in uncertainty and wondering whether their missing relatives are still alive or deceased.
Jua hawa wawili wamepatikana city mortuary, tulikuwa na imani hata wetu tutampata hapa, na walisema walimleta tarehe 18. Tumekuwa tukikuja hapa, tunaambiwa hakuna mwili imekuja hapa. Hata tunashindwa ni nini inaendelea Kenya.
Hizi hao wengine walikuja date 18 December, walishajulikana hao wawili. Hata about wenye wamebaki wawili wako wapi? Kwani unataka kuniambia wako ichukuliwa fingerprint? Tuweze kuonyeshwa, tunangoja mwili ama tutaonyeshwa watu wako wazima? Sisi sasa tumechanganyikiwa. Tuko tu hapa, hakuna watu, tuko tu. Yaani tuko tu, kila kitu ilisimama. Tutafanya aje?
According to the two families, the mortuary attendants at the facility had informed them that there were unidentified bodies that were delivered there on December 19th alongside the body of Justice Mutomwa that they are yet to identify.
Actually, there is a body that was brought here, and it's on the record, alongside the body tagged 2390. There is a body tagged 2360, which even the morgue operators are unable to say where that body is. It's on the record, but nobody knows where the body is.
Slamming the government and security agencies, the two families have called on relevant authorities to intensify investigations into the mysterious abduction and murder of the already found young men, urging that justice be served also for their loved ones.
Nalilia haki. Kwani haki hakuna Kenya? Hii kadri yetu haina haki. Mama, hebu imagine sisi tunatoka Machakos all the way mpaka Nairobi kila siku. Kazi zetu zote zilisimama. Tunatafuta mpendwa wetu. Hatujaimpata. Tutafanya nini?
This is a section of leaders led by Wiper Party Kalonzo Musyoka have alleged that the recent wave of abduction and extrajudicial killings across the country is state-sponsored. The leaders now calling on the government to put an end to the surge in abduction and extrajudicial killings witnessed in the country.
Nobody can wish away this whole matter of killing by the state. And they want us to believe it is not them. Now we are calling it as it is, abductions and killing by the state. State-sponsored killings.
Samira Mohammed for TV47, Nairobi.
All right, Environment Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale has launched a scathing attack on his public service counterpart, Justine Muturi, urging him to resign if he no longer supports the government. Duale argued that Muturi's repeated criticism of President William Ruto proves that his position in government is unattainable. And of course, instead of opposing the administration from within, Duale insists that Muturi should step down and join the opposition. As Apollo Kamau reports, this is the first direct confrontation between cabinet members, now showing the deepening rift within Ruto's administration.
Cracks in President William Ruto's cabinet came into the limelight on Saturday after Environment Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale told his embattled colleague, Public Service CS Justine Muturi, to resign for his constant criticism of President William Ruto's administration over abductions.
If you are privileged and you are very unhappy and you are a cabinet secretary, the best thing for you to do is to resign. It's not fair for you to engage a very unhealthy, inappropriate altercation with your appointing authority.
Despite pressure to resign, Muturi has stood firm, dismissing his resignation as a side issue compared to the deadly abductions that have left scores dead. On Friday, CS Muturi piled pressure on the president to end the abductions as the buck stops with him.
Let me say the issue of resignation, not the resignation, is a assigned issue. You know, it suffices that I sit in government and I'm calling on government. I'm calling on government. The head of government is the president. This matter must be discussed. We cannot just say that you are in government or the other. No. Everybody who is involved must come out. And you know, government exists, among other things, to protect their lives and property of the citizens.
Unlike his cabinet colleagues and Ruto's allies in parliament who want him to quit, the opposition has rallied behind Muturi and supported his calls for the formation of a public commission of inquiry to investigate the abductions and killings.
You cannot have your cake and eat it. You cannot be in the civil society. You cannot become an activist you cannot become an opposition at the same time be a member of the cabinet. The oath we took as cabinet secretaries, I want each one of us to go and internalize that oath.
As a sign of how frosty his relationship with his boss, President Ruto has become, CS Muturi skipped the first cabinet sitting this year in Kakamega. Apul Kamau, TV47.
All right, Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki has defended his visit to the Mount Kenya region, insisting he is not seeking political mileage, but rather ensuring that stalled government projects are completed. While in Embu for a meeting with boda operators, Kindiki dismissed speculation about early campaigns, stating that the political season has not yet begun. The Deputy President asked President Ruto to register for the register for the Social Health Authority, saying it is proving to be helpful to Kenyans.
Bima ya afya ni muhimu, na nataka niwapongeze Wakenya ambao wamejisajili kwa bima mpya ya afya. Hapo awali tulikuwa na Wakenya milioni 9 ambao walikuwa katika ile bima ya kwanza NHIF. Na hiyo ilikuwa only 9 million Kenyans were registered. Today hii bima mpya ya Taifa Care ama SHA, kwa sasa hivi tumeanza tu miezi ni 3-4. Almost 18.5 million Kenyans have already registered. We want to push that figure upwards so that every Kenyan will have a medical card. Na medical card ni ya kukusaidia ukiwa mgonjwa, kama uko na pesa ama hauna pesa, kama umeajiriwa ama haujaajiriwa, upate matibabu wewe, mke wako na watoto wako.
Okay, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission IEBC selection panel has officially opened a 15-day application window for candidates interested in key leadership positions. The selection panel, chaired by Nelson Makanda, is inviting qualified applicants to submit their documents either physically at the panel's office or through an online portal. The commission is seeking to fill the position of IEBC chairperson and 6 commissioner slots as part of efforts to come up with a competent electoral body.
IEBC selection panel has officially begun its work and is inviting interested candidates to submit their applications before the panel chairperson Nelson Makanda. In a Gazette notice released on Saturday, the IEBC announced that it is
Kiriamiti have also been placed on 1-year compulsory leave. This comes as EACC continues its investigations into ongoing corruption cases. Furthermore, Senior Legal Officer Ms. Patrolina Chepkwony and Acting Chief Finance Officer Joshua Koech have been suspended. Now, the newly sworn-in council and the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Kiplagat Kutut, while addressing the media at Jogoo House, they announced their commitment to resolving the institutional crisis Moi University has faced within just 100 days. Roga Eval, TV47.
Thank you, Ruga, for that comprehensive report. We continue to stay true to our slogan, that is telling you untold but equally factual stories. And of course, that developing story will certainly be giving you updates as they unfold. Sorrow has engulfed Taita Taveta County following a horrific bus accident along the Joseph Vundanyi Motati Road. A bus belonging to a Brazilian company overturned, leaving several passengers injured and claiming the lives of at least 6 people. Among the victims are 4 students from Dr. Agri School, whose tragic deaths have left the community in shock. Witnesses say the accident happened as the bus lost control on the steep road. Emergency teams are still at the scene with rescue efforts underway. At in 3, 2, 1, Linda. Residents of Mumias and Matungu took to the streets today protesting the government's decision to grant West Kenya's Jaswat Rai control over the ethanol production plan at Mumias Sugar Factory. Led by local MCs, the demonstrators questioned just why Rai, who owns a rival sugar factory, was given authority over the facility. And as Violet Auma now details, the protesters are urging President Ruto to allow the current investor to continue managing the sugar, ethanol and power plants.
Kwa saa kadhaa shughuli za kawaida zilitatizika katika barabara ya Mumias Mungoma kufuatia maandamano ya kupinga Jaswat Rai kuchukua usimamizi wa kitengo kinachotengeneza kemikali ya ethanol katika
All right, we apologize for that. He will be carrying that later. Now, today marks exactly 4 months since the launch of the Social Health Authority SHA on October the 1st, 2024. And while the government introduced the scheme to improve healthcare access, residents of Mukuru Kwanjenga in Nairobi say it has fallen short of expectations. As our health and science reporter Elizabeth Atieno finds out, many Kenyans in informal settlements have been struggling with poor health service delivery under the new system.
7 kilometers southeast of Nairobi's central business district lies the famous Mukuru Kwanjenga slum, one of the largest informal settlements in Kenya that is home to over 400,000 people. The sorry state of drainage systems and improper solid waste disposal in this informal settlement is a clear indication that residents here are bound to face so many public health-related challenges, but access to healthcare is no walk in the park. Some residents saying the Social Health Authority has not made the situation any easier.
Kazi nilikuwa na register hiyo SHA, ilikuwa inasema systems ziko chini na mtoto alikuwa alimbaya. Sasa wakakataa na wakumtibu. Venye wakumtibu Mimi decide nikatoka hiyo nikapeleka mtoto wangu private.
We meet Maureen Atieno. She has just dropped off her daughter to school. The 5-year-old had missed school for 2 weeks due to malaria, but SHA could not cater for her treatment. This despite her father channeling his monthly contributions to SHA.
Kuna siku mtoto amekuwa mgonjwa, alikuwa na complain tumbo, anaumwa. Alikuwa anaumwa kabisa kilia. Nikaenda pale Mukuru Health Center. Kwenda mzee anakatwa SHA kwa kampuni. But kwenda pale naambiwa system iko chini. Haifanyi. Na mtoto analia na naambiwa siwezi tibiwa bila SHA.
Meet Agnes, not her real name. She is in a state of confusion. Her predicaments began 2 weeks ago when she was diagnosed with H. pylori. But she could not access treatment as the SHA system had failed. Her medic friend offered to treat her privately, but she is yet to pay off all her debt to the doctor.
I had to borrow money somewhere, yeah. So I have a friend of mine who is a doctor. I'll offer to treat me first and I can pay later. So he used to go and buy medicine. Anakuja na nidunga kwa shop yake. Like you can see in the images, yeah. So I had to take that drip for 3 days.
Mary Mwikali's tooth is healing. She also could not access services as the SHA system was down, and thus she was forced to pay out of pocket.
Kuna hiyo process ya kupay. Ikahang. Ikasimama kabisa, ikakuwa ifanye. Saa nikauliza huyo madamu mwenye alikuwa ananiandika hizo majina hapo. Akaniambia itabidi niongoje mpaka ifanye kazi. Sasa hii kufanya kazi, sasa ikabidi niende private.
Residents from the informal settlement continue to face immense challenges in accessing services despite the Social Health Authority being in place, indicating that the package for outpatient care services from level 4 to 6 under the Social Health Insurance Fund SHIF will be 2,000 Kenya shillings, is a fixed FFS and limited to 4 visits per year per person.
Unapata watu wamejaa wamepanga laini. Lazima unaambiwa uende ulipie kama sijui ni 300 ama 900 ndio hiyo SHA ifanye kazi.
Kitu wangu kwa serikali kama hii kitu inafanya kazi, hata wakuje ground watusomeshe venye watu wa NHIF walikuwa wanatusomesha.
However, the government maintains that the SHA system is stable with the uptime at 99.9%.
System are very stable. Our uptime is 99.99% uptime. We are not seeing any challenges. We want to give Kenyans confidence that we will ensure the system is always stable.
Since the launch of SHA on the 1st of October 2024, a total of 735,931 claims have been submitted, amounting to 16.5 billion Kenya shillings. So far, 18.5 million Kenyans have been registered with the Social Health Authority, with over 276,000 new registrations in the last week.
It is 4 months since the government launched the Social Health Authority, but many Kenyans, especially those residing in the informal settlement, maintain that SHA is not working. Elizabeth Atieno, TV47 from Mukuru, Kwanjenga, Nairobi.
All right. Thank you so much, Liz. We continue to give our feedback, and of course we encourage you to as well tell us your feedback as to your experiences with SHA, because then this will help the government, serve us better. Now, more than 1,500 residents of Tumutumu Madhingira farm located on the Murang'a-Machakos border say they are facing increased harassment from security officers. The residents claim that some individuals are using police to carry out arbitrary arrests, accusing them of illegally occupying the 2,000-acre land. As our reporter, Robert Kakure, now explains, tensions are rising as the community seeks clarity on land ownership.
Residents of Tumutumu Madhingira farm located at the border of Murang'a and Machakos counties have accused some individuals who claim to own the land for allegedly using police officers to carry out illegal arrests. The residents have said that the land has historical injustices, saying the land, which also borders Kirinyaga County, is being alleged to be owned by Emburi Akanau Cooperative Society.
Na hatujui hawa watu walitokesea wapi, kwa sababu
Sisi tumezaliwa hapa na tunajua hapa ndio kwetu. Hata saa hii nikiambiwa niende, mimi sijui inaweza enda wapi.
They say that they have been fighting a number of individuals who claim to own the land and who allege they acquired the land from the society, saying the matter was reported to the National Lands Commission and the Ministry of Lands.
Tulipeleka kesi mahakamani 2019, Environmental Land Court Machakos. Kesi namba 16 ya 2019 na iko na status quo na wanafanya hii mambo kukiwa kuna status quo. Kwa hivyo ni kukiuka na kunyanyasa yule mkaaji.
Some of the victims narrate how they have faced several arrests since 2023, wondering why the relevant government agencies have delayed to solve the matter.
Ninaona nini waskari wengi mmoja mwanamke amekuja ameniambia mimi nataka tuende Kayole niandikishe statement. Nimemuuliza na hii kazi yangu nimechukua nitaipeleka wapi?
On her part, a counsel who works with Kenya Human Rights Commission, Mr. Tiana Jenga, said the issue facing the people residing at Tomotomo land is a matter of historical land injustices, residents now calling the police officers to stop being used by those who claim to own the land and allow the land ownership controversy to be resolved by the relevant government authorities.
Our only plea is that we find a way to assist this community, ensuring that the status quo that has been issued in the court in ELC number 16 of 2019 in Machakos is thoroughly adhered to by both parties.
Robert Gakure, TV47, Murang'a County.
Sports news brought to you by Maybet. Join Maybet leo upate free bet papo hapo. Fanya hivi, chagua home team to win, yani number 1 au draw X au away team 2 kwa game ya siku ya free bet. Weka namba yako ya simu, weka password ya account yako. Chagua submit free bet. Utapata free bet kwa account yako ya Maybet. Usisahau kuverify account yako. Kama hutakuwa verified, utapoteza free bet yako after 2 days. Betting is strictly for 18 years and over. Play responsibly. Terms and conditions apply. BCLB number 000578.
Maybet na minia na najishindia. Pesa inavutia, pesa inavutia.
We get sporty, where defending Kenya Premier League champions Gor Mahia secured a crucial 2-1 victory over Posta Rangers at Dandora Stadium on a Saturday afternoon. And of course, the win propels Kogalo to third place on the table as other teams also battle for points across different venues.
Kwanza Felix Oluoch Mboya, Felix Oluoch Mboya alianza Big Sente goal kikile akakosa Alphonse Omija mbana kule Kogalo Alphonse Omija
And Rosemary Mkork has been elected as the new chairlady of the Kenya Ladies Golf Union, taking over from Jane Babsa Nzibo, whose term has officially ended. And Mkork will be assisted by Mukami Wangai as the vice chairlady, while Frankie Geshuru assumes the role of secretary. Rita Waringe has been elected as treasurer, with Wanja Kimani and Martha Vincent serving as councillors, nominated by the Royal Nairobi Golf Club and Current Country Club, respectively.
I know 360 days is a very short time, but I want to focus on 3 main areas. There is a huge gender gap in golf. The ladies playing golf vis-a-vis the men playing golf, I think we are less than 10%. I want to focus on strategies that will get us to close that gap, so that we are not just increasing quantity, but also the quality of the golf that we are playing as ladies.
We had a very good year last year. In November, when we took the team to Morocco, and we played in the All Africa Challenge, and the AACT Trophy, All Africa Challenge Trophy. We went in November 2024, and we came back with the bronze. The last time we were on the podium for AACT was in 2014, so it was a very good year for us. One of my biggest achievements this year was to ensure that our national team, we supported the 8 best players in the country to play in the KAGC events. So in those events, they were actually competing with.
All right, overcoming fistula and regaining the glory of a woman is what we'll be discussing on Her Say tonight. 2 ladies will be introducing shortly as they share their experiences, but of importance, their journey towards making sure that women come out and speak out towards, dealing with these concerns that come along with fistula. Indeed, tough times for very many women who choose to suffer in silence, yet there is help out here. So we get to know more about that help after this short break. Ladies and gentlemen, time for her say, and our guest, or my guests tonight, Felicitas Kavuli Muoki, the chairperson Jitokeze Jinwe Women Enterprise. She'll be telling us what they deal with. But we also have Elizabeth Mwekenzioka, who's right next to me, fistula survivor, and we appreciate her for willing to share her story this evening. And remember, the idea is just to make sure that we have women overcoming fistula as well as regaining their glory as women, the struggles that come along with that. These ladies will tell you that sometimes having undergone that condition or perhaps that trouble, then you get to understand some more. You almost sound like a doctor or a medic who understands this condition way, way better. And therefore, it's a great honor to have them as they share their story. They also send you a message of hope. If you are back at home and you could be undergoing this concern and you're not willing to come out to speak, or you know somebody who has fistula and they're not coming out to speak or seek medical attention, I think this is your show. It could be you today, it could be somebody else tomorrow, it could be your mother, it could be your sister. It is important that we speak out so that we say that we get healing for persons that have fistula. Ladies, asanteni sana for creating time.
Thank you.
First of all, briefly, something small about your experience, or perhaps your concern now that you are here and are willing to share your story.
My name is Elizabeth. I'm a fistula survivor.
Right.
So, back 2006, I entered pregnancy. I gave birth to a baby girl. By that time, I entered prolonged labor pain. That's where I started. That's where my fistula started. By the time I came to know I have it, I was already at home. After giving birth? After giving birth. The girl survived. She's there, she's 18 years. After knowing, when I was at home, I went back. With that thing of having that, mine was not severe, was like, there is that of feces and urine.
I think we actually need to tell people what exactly this is and what someone gets to experience. Labda hiyo itasaidia mtu nyumbani kujua that maybe hii condition niko nayo si normal.
Si kila mtu nini. Hiyo condition ya fistula ni challenge.
Yes.
Nilipata nilijua niko nayo kama nishaenda home. From hospital. Nikarudi kwenda hospital, Jama hospital, kwa Buruburu. That's where I got treatment. But by the time I went there, before I went there, there is a challenge.
We will come back to understand that challenge. Felista, you have been an ambassador for fistula for the longest of time, perhaps because of your experience, almost coming to becoming a medic. Could you just tell the people out there what exactly fistula is and what would get a woman to know that, hapa mambo imeharibika?
Thank you, Madam Linda, for giving us this chance.
Thank you.
My name is Felicitas Muoki. I'm a mother of one, and I am 43 years old.
Nice. Generally, women don't tell their age, man. All right.
Oh yes, I'm
proud.
Oh yes.
Younger, way younger.
Yeah. Now about fistula, it's a challenge whereby you don't go for short call normally, don't go for a long call normally, and mostly it is rare to get it. Like maybe there are 3 times that you can get fistula. During delivery. Cancer can also cause that, and also rape. We have those cases in Masai area.
Yes.
So generally fistula is going for a short call abnormally, going for long call abnormally. Our case here, it was through delivery actually, and sometimes, not even sometimes, whatever causes that, it's a fracture that happens during delivery, and it is because of prolonged labor. Because like for myself, it was. And I got it on the second child, not even the first child. The first child.
Okay,
so,
and then you lost the child or what?
The child did survive.
Okay.
Because it was a prolonged. And before, you know, the doctor was either to save one life.
Okay, you or the child?
Yeah, me or the child. But I thank God I'm here. Okay. I'm able to produce again.
Right.
So God took that innocent child. So generally what I'm talking to, you know, I was talking about Fistula, Linda, it's a condition. And fistula is not for men, it's for women.
Yes,
that's
purely for women.
Purely for women.
But this is what they say. Fistula is an abnormal connection between two body parts, such as an organ or blood vessel and another structure. Fistula are usually the result of an injury or surgery. Infection or inflammation can also cause a fistula to form. Perhaps this on the lower bit, on the reproductive system, is likely for the women.
Fistula, it's a hole. It's a hole. It's a fracture.
Yes.
At the bladder. And sometimes to an extent, it goes to the, you know, the harness. Remember, you cannot control your stool. You cannot neither control your urine. So sometimes you can get the two.
At the same time?
Yes.
Okay.
It starts as severe.
Yes.
You can get two. So what I'm trying to say is, it's not a condition that one can, you know, wish to have it. But what I'm here, and why I usually can't go wherever I don't even shy.
Yes.
It's a treatable thing. It is not a urongi, it's not even a curse.
Yes.
Yes, so that is the thing that we need to understand. What is that fistula?
Are you telling us that throughout your work of, you know, just creating awareness and all that, you have gotten places where people have looked at fistula as though labda ni kurogwa and everything? And I'm imagining what the situation is like for women who are in rural areas.
For that long period, when I started, when we launched the, you know, the Fistula Champion, it was 2009 at St. John Glang with the Madam First Lady, Hida Odinga.
Yes.
We launched it there, and by that time, it was being perceived as if it was a curse.
Okay.
Other tribes, they were taking it as if it's a bad omen to their family. So it was something that was like, what is this? During that period, since 2009 up to date, the information that I have, the history that I get, because once I hear somebody's there with, like as I earlier said, when we all realized that we underwent one, you know, problem, we say that let us form a group.
All right.
So when we want, when we have a camp, we usually go visit those women. Others stay for 30 years.
With the condition?
Yes, I remember there is a lady that was 2008.
Okay.
There was a elderly lady from Machakos. Do you know that lady stayed for 30 years?
The fistula?
Yes.
Not seeking medical attention?
It was not even understood whether it was a medical, it was a treatable thing.
Okay.
Because for them, they took things that Nilo Uchawi Kambani, where I didn't even see, you know, any Uchawi. But 30 years, the family had already ran away. The husband.
Okay.
I think she had left with only 2 kids who were having that motherly love.
Yes.
You see now.
I am curious. I am curious, and I'm sure most of the girls and ladies out there would be curious, even the men, because of their loved ones, to just understand what exactly does someone go through. You say yours haikuwa severe sana, but basically mtu anapitia nini ndio ajue now this is the situation, because not everybody has the energy perhaps to go out there and Google and read and all that. But what exactly you know, wewe kwa mfano ulipitia, so that we also get ourselves there and understand what are these troubles that you're talking about.
Okay, kuna venye unaweza kuwa kwa community kama mimi, myself, I'm a saloonist.
Yes.
Do you imagine me standing behind you, in front of you, and that urine is passing? Inapita.
Okay. Inapita tu yenyewe hausikii?
Inanga senses.
Okay.
So it just comes out.
All right.
That is not easy thing. So it's treatable.
Okay.
If you seek medical attention, you are going to get treated.
Wewe ulikaa nayo for how long?
Like 6 months.
6 months inapita?
Uko tu. You are still there.
Inatoka mara mingi, like duration?
You change.
Una change every time?
You change every time.
So hapo uko in diapers ama uko in?
Uko in diapers. You have to stay within diapers. Ndio control that thing.
Okay.
Also family. Unapata husband. Ana stress mingi, but the pressure from the family.
Yes, wanamwambia huyu sasa.
The pressure from the family is high.
Sasa wewe ulijua immediately?
Nilijua after kwenda home.
After kwenda home, ukaona ni kama
kajua hapa.
So yours was just urine?
Mine was just urine.
Okay. So upon realization, ukarudi hospitali immediately?
Nikaenda hospitali. Iko Buru. Naitwa Njama Hospital.
Okay, so it took 6 months for you to get healed?
To get healed.
Okay.
It was just a operation kiasi. Unafanywa some repairment hapo. Unakuwa sawa.
Did it get your husband now?
You go to clinic.
Okay.
After that, you go to clinic for a while. Then, if you follow medication, you are there to go.
Okay, so your people, finally you got back kwa salon vizuri sana. Your husband understood that sasa umekuwa sawa.
Niko sawa. I have a second born who is 13 years old.
Okay. Oh, from that one, and now you got another one.
Yeah.
So it did not give you the fear of giving birth again?
No.
Felisa, did it ever give you the fear of experiencing labor and you know,
Let me just elaborate what she has said.
Yes.
You know, fistula, you know, urine, it is stored in bladder.
Okay.
Such that, saa ya kutoka inatoka.
Yeah.
You see now, it's just like, this is a bottle.
Okay.
And it is perforated.
Yes.
So, if the water comes here, it is non-stop.
Yes.
So, just try to imagine that trauma.
So, it is non-stop?
It is non-stop, just like flowing river. Yeah. You see now, urine has to be stored in bladder, and once it is full, you know, you feel it.
Yes.
There is no that feeling. It is throughout. You don't feel whether you want to go for a short call. For the cases of psoriasis, you don't feel like going in either two.
In a pita.
And you can imagine, by then, come of diapers, zimekuja tu njuzi. Unanielewa?
Yes.
By that time, it was pants, vitamba, then not even that smell. That Honda, it is horrible. So, it gives a lady trauma.
Yes, and then comes stigma.
You are isolated from the group that you go. If you can relate her story, she's a salinist. Yeah. Now, standing in front, and you know, you have to go around a lady.
Yes.
And then most of us, you are very sensitive. Utasikia hiyo rufu, utasikia ingine. Sawa sawa. So it is that touching. Fistula, it is not something that I can hand somebody to pray to have it.
Yes.
Having experienced it.
Okay.
And fistula, anybody can get it. Regardless of the age. Regardless of the, you know, like her, she got it on first child.
Yes.
Mine was the second child.
The second child.
You may fail to get it in the first child and get it on the second or even the fifth.
Yes.
You can get it in the first and also bear children normally.
Okay.
Why?
Okay.
Now, with the fistula, the whole, there, you know, there is upper and lower.
Okay.
Like my case was a lower. Okay. The whole was up. So when I lost my child through the surgery, when I was being nursed in the hospital, Kenyatta Hospital, they could not see where this leakage is coming from.
All right.
Because I remember I was just going, every Tuesday I was going for Clinic 66. Yes. They could examine, there was nothing that was being seen.
And now,
then from there, kwa bed, ukona, you know, these people do exercise.
Yes.
Because there is fistula can also, you know, it's a relaxing of muscles or even that all.
Right.
For it can also be treated like once you give birth, because of maybe the child was big, but like mine was big.
Okay.
Was big.
Okay.
And then again, I labored for long. So when you are pushing that child, the muscles relaxes. Sawa. That is also another way fistula can also happen. So when I was in the, in hospital, I had a nurse. She was one sister. I remember. She could come and do me exercise because they could not see where the hole was.
Okay.
They thought it was a muscle that have,
imagined,
but it did not even work. Till that I stayed in the hospital for another 1 month, when the surgery was done in December 24th, 23rd December, I was being discharged from hospital in February because they could not even know where the leakage was coming. So they kept doing me exercise, wanaenda wanaangalia, and they say this is enough. Let us release you and go home with your catheter. Remember, you've gone home with no child and another
burden on you.
You don't know where you then I was told continue coming for clinic. Mpaka ikafika mahali kaambia, hey, this is now, let us go do surgery so that we may see where the problem is.
So how many surgeries did you undergo?
For the child,
yes,
that passed on. And then again, because of that trauma,
yes,
you know, at Kenyatta by then, ulikuwa nalala hakuna wewe, kuna mtoto wako amekufa kama hajako kufa, kuna catheter zako, you are in the same ward.
Okay.
So that trauma, it also made my, you know, my cesarean busted again.
Okay.
It burst.
All right.
So I was again to be made again there. Then from there, I was discharged. I went home. I continued coming for check-up so that they may see what the problem is. And until one day, they said, this is too much. Let us book this lady for a surgery so that we may see where they went wrong. Then I was booked at Coptic. When I was booked there, I was done the surgery. Then it wasn't everything.
Okay.
That one I remember when I was done a surgery, I could not before I left the whatever you call it. I don't hata kukumbuka. Not even the ward, the theater.
The theater. Okay.
And already I was in much pain until I was again be taken again, booked for another surgery. And then they were supposed to go back to Kenyatta and see what happened there. Then I was also done another one. They were able to see. Kumbe mine was hapa. That's why they could not see that hole.
Right.
And again, something I want to mention. It is so traumatic because you lose your family, and more so when you are married.
Can we speak to the family? Can we speak to the society? Especially?
Society.
Yes.
It is so shameful. It is so hectic. Like her, she had to go home. We shared, because we are 9 of us in our group. Right. So kila mtu akona story yake. She had to leave for home. Ndio ajielewe what is happening. Then unajua sasa wanaenda kwa ile lugha ingine.
Yes.
Me I usually thank my God and my husband. He woke up with me.
Walked with you the journey.
Throughout.
Okay.
And I faced a lot of trauma because by then I was working in a school. I was a secretary. I could not go there, and there were no hopes to go back there because of the condition. And again, where I was married, they had already organized for somebody to marry my husband, to be married by husband. Yes, yes.
Because huyu sasa mambo yake
imeisha. Mtoto mmoja alafu imekuwa hivi, amekuwa kiwete, and then amari ni mwingi.
Yes.
So they could say mtu akifanywa operation mambo yake imeisha.
Amekuwa kiwete.
Yeah, that is the word exactly.
Good.
So there is trauma
that comes
from the society.
And perhaps it could be a woman, Felista, who's undergoing this and they are not aware. Let us talk about this engagement, you know, a couple of things so that we help the women out there and we also get the community to understand, because until it hits home, perhaps hata mtu ajui kama kuna kitu kama hiyo in existence. How do we ensure that, you know, we better support women, especially in that community setup, especially those ones that have experienced fistula? Because I'm imagining that kuna hiyo trauma before, maybe during and even after. Tunasaidia aje society na watu kukuja ku understand kwamba this is in existence and it can get to anybody.
Okay, ni kesi zingine unapata kama mimi ni community health promoter. Our community health promoters we go door to door. Unaenda unaweza enda upate mtu akona ugonjwa lakini amejificha. So ukimwelezea your story anaona kumbe mine is not big.
Yes.
Anajitokeza, unamwelezea vile ataenda hospitali. So with the help of the health community promoters, you can go to hospital.
Yes.
They take you, they refer you.
They tell you hapa utapata help.
They tell you hapa utapata help. Kama mimi nikienda nipatane na mgonjwa kama huyo.
Yes.
na lazima nitamwelezea vile atafanya juu I have that
experience and knowledge. All right, so these CHPs are really helpful. What we're talking.
They are helping.
Okay. All right, Felista, government action, which is very important. And I, like you say, you hold this Jitokeze Jinue organization. Do you suppose that you get so much support from the government, from, you know, the persons who understand, and those ones that can actually help bringing help or bringing help to the people, and especially when it comes to the question of health, at the health sector as well? Do you suppose that, you know, while we say kuna help, or maybe someone can go and get healed, are we strengthened to that level of understanding that these things are happening and therefore help mtu akikuja anapata instantly as opposed to kupelekwa around vile wewe?
Thank you, Linda. On the side of government, I put a very big X.
Okay.
Let us not even the time of Mr. Ruto, even those times.
Before.
As I have told you since 2009, I have never seen government featuring. I wish they could have started speaking about it the way they are talking about SHA. One, what the people who are doing it, for sure, Linda, I swear and I fear God, they are all after money. You find people who are looking for their foundation to get help like that.
Yeah.
Sorry to say, all that time, many years, I was working under AMREF, but I could see that it was money that we were looking after. Oh yes, I'm not trying to say that.
Okay.
Yes, it is
AMREF
money.
will have the right to reply to that. I mean, under AMREF and...
Yes, because they could, when they want some, you know, like they want to support this, they could call us. Me, like I have got like, I don't know how many stations. All of them. But what is it? Are you helping? Are you organizing? I wish it was government.
And we certainly put a disclaimer to that, because then AMREF would want to have the right to reply. So of course we would leave it open.
Let government take caution and even know this. The way they are just campaigning for cancer, it is also a chronic disease. Because when you don't support a lady there, what do you expect? Even your house, it is void and it is nothing minus a lady.
Okay.
So let the government put efforts on Fistula, but not after money. People are suffering there. You see now, like us, we just volunteer to do it. I don't ask people for money because I know what I went through. And I will never see another lady person, you know, going through what I'm talking, the message I'm speaking to government. Let them support the Fistula. It's also a chronicle, even if we put it in quotes.
How intense or how tight is it as we come to a close, uko rural areas? Because then even these ones don't go to hospital. Sometimes wanafanya tu kuzalishwa uko na wakunga and all that. In your moving around, have you witnessed whether there is a difference in terms of statistics, you know, in the cities compared to rural areas?
A very big one.
Okay.
The message, or rather the caution has never gone well in the
villages and in the rural areas.
Because even now, I know several ladies and I've ever been approaching them. Wakoshangu hata waleo that lady anatumianga hata vitambaa. Even
can't help go to them.
I wish the health, the way they are doing the campaign for these other, you know, sicknesses, let them do that. Because even they just leave everything to be, you know, for these foundations. The foundation after money, but there is somebody suffering there.
Your own particular foundation, if you say you have been with this lady for quite a long time, why is it that up until now they have not gotten help? Because they refuse? Is it movement? As we come to a close,
sorry for that, for cutting you short. Now, this lady, you know, when she wanted to come, she has to pass through another foundation. But this lady expects something, akikuja ende kama hospitali kama Kenyatta. She came na akaenda. So what I'm trying to say, like us, tunaweza enda, but we don't have those finances that we can even go look for that lady, we accommodate her. But you see now, if they go under foundation, lazima wakwe watu wengi. Unanielewa? So the government, the way they are looking for TB people, the way they are looking for cancer people, victims, let them also do the same. Me, I'm ready for not even being paid anything.
Fair enough. In 30 seconds, if you could speak to that lady who perhaps is suffering in silence, what would you tell them?
Wacha niongee Kiswahili. Ndio. Manake mtu anaweza sema kizungu imemuruka. Mimi naongea na mwanamke aliye pale mashinani. mwanamke kama mimi, nataka kukuambia kwamba fistula ni hiyo hali ya makonjoo ama choo kubwa kutoka kwa mwili bila kujipanga, inatoka tu. Na hiyo kitu chenye nitakwambia wewe, kama uko mahali, fistula si ungoja wa uchawi. Fistula inaweza tibiwa. Ukifanya operation ya fistula haimaanishi ya kwamba utaweza tena, utazaa. Jitokeze, na unapopata mimba hakikisha ya kwamba umeenda kwa hospitali hile, unajua utapata matibabu ile ambayo in case of anything unaweza kimbizwa kwa hospitali. Usiongope, hata kama ni makonjwa, hata kama ni kwe ni nini, kuja kwanza. Hata kama makonjwa imeanza kutoka, asante, na ujue kwamba kama ni nini, kuja tu uende hospitali, utaweza kuambiwa ni kansa ama ni nini ama ni fistula.
Asante sana, asante sana. Dakika 30. Sekunde 30.
Mama uko hapo nyumbani, msichana, kitu naweza kwambia, fistula inapona, unaweza jitokeza, utibiwe, upone.
All right, asante sana. Remember, the message this evening is overcoming fistula and regaining the glory of a woman. As you have heard, the ladies have experienced this, but they are totally healed, and they're here to bring you the message of hope that indeed, go out, seek help, and you will definitely get to overcome that. Felicitas Kavuli Muoki, Chairperson Jitokeze Jinwe Women Enterprise, asante sana. And the last speaker this evening is Elizabeth Mwekenzi, Yoka fistula survivor. Ladies, thank you for sharing your story and also for speaking to women out there to make sure that together we get to experience the best of health. My name is Linda Alela. I look forward to see you again next Saturday. Do have yourself a lovely night. Asante sana. Ladies, asante sana.